Well, here's the National NC-300. Put a bunch of work in this thing today, and the last thing I've done here is put a power cord on it. Couldn't really find one. I just ran a 3-wire power cord in where the old power cord was, soldered it on here where the old one was, grounded it right there with some solder, and that's what it's going to get. Here's some capacitors I added for the high voltage supply. I think this capacitor that already was in there works somewhat. Circuit added here for making 6 volts, 6.3 volts for the oscillator tube, which supposedly drifts when it voltage changes. That's what National did. They had a tube type regulator in there. The previous owner had this diode in here and this capacitor. I simply cleaned it up and added these 6506. I think that's the correct number of these regulators. And no, 7806 is 7806 regulators. So those are in there now. They're in parallel. So these give a dependable 6 volts to the oscillator tube heater now. When I vary the line current between 90 volts and 125 volts, this does not change anymore. So that's about it. I spent time today with the dial string in here for the turret, for the frequencies. That's this chain thing in here. The string existed in here, it just wasn't connected, and it was kind of grinding up in all the gear work here, so that took a while to untangle. I had to remove the whole side, and I want to thank the gentleman who runs D-Lab, who fixes amateur radios. He was fixing one of these and had a demo of taking the whole side of it off, so that's where I learned the correct procedure for that. So, with the power cord on and the band switch working, and this thing's probably ready for a tune-up now. So all the controls have been cleaned. Both the front of these have all been cleaned up. All the knobs have been cleaned. All the potentiometers have been cleaned. So I'm probably ready to run this thing and tune up the circuitry now. Give it a full book tune. This has been about 3 days of continuous work just to get it to this point. So it's been a lot of work. Okay, so without killing myself, let's see if I can get this thing. Yeah, so it tunes nice now. I found that the tuning mechanism there was sticking, so just lubricated the little track this thing rides in on top, and that cleaned up that. It glides real nice now. All right, so if I can get it down to where it goes, I can show you how it tunes. I just want to get this pillow out of the way. And when you operate this thing, you want to make sure this turret face is up so you don't mash it into the table if you're working on it. Pillow gone.